Hi there, my name is Philip and I've been a huge Star Wars fan for at least 23 years. When I first saw Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace, I was 9 years old, so I was in Anakin's age in that movie, and it was the perfect time to be introduced to the amazing world of Star Wars created by George Lucas. It opened up my imagination to dream about new worlds, new creatures, and so on. On this YouTube channel I will be making videos about Star Wars, but mainly about everything that went wrong after George Lucas sold it to Disney in 2012. When I first read that George Lucas sold Star Wars to Disney in 2012, this is what I thought.
And our worst fears have been realized.
We must move quickly if the
Star Wars
is to survive.
And now,
It's been 10 years.
and Star Wars is not what it used to be. Ever since George Lucas sold Star Wars to Disney Company, I feared the future of these movies. I knew it would never be the same. I knew it would never have the same amount of depth, substance, soul, imagination and creativity. I knew that under the Disney Company it would degenerate into a generic fast-paced action film and will lose its essence, magic and mythology. And that is exactly what happened with the Disney trilogy, starting with Episode 7, The Force Awakens. In Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, the Empire was destroyed, the Emperor was destroyed, Darth Vader was redeemed by his son Luke. He fulfilled his destiny of being the chosen one by killing the Emperor and bringing the Force back in a balance. Luke was given an order from Yoda to pass on what he has learned, and Han and Leia were together. So natural thing, if you wanted to continue the story after Return of the Jedi, natural thing would be for Luke to start new Jedi Order. Han and Leia would have children, but the most important thing would be to make it new again, just as George did with the prequel episodes, to expand the universe, new planets, new spaceships, new creatures, because the galaxy was finally free from the oppression of the Empire. The Empire was gone and the Emperor was gone as well. But at Disney they decided to do a retro movie. They decided to softly reboot the original trilogy, despite the fact that George Lucas, he even gave them his story treatments for the new trilogy, which they should have treated as a holy grail of Star Wars lore, but they decided to throw them away and to recycle original trilogy. So they decided to do a soft reboot of the original trilogy. When Episode 7 started, the Empire was stronger than ever, just under the different name, the First Order. Rebels were there again under the name the Resistance. Kylo Ren was their new Darth Vader and Snoke was their new Emperor. So everything was recycled. But they recycled just the superficial stuff, and by that I mean that they recycled the costumes, the spaceships, the character appearances and so on. Because at Disney they don't understand Star Wars, because George Lucas, he infused it with so many mythological, psychological, spiritual and even political themes. It had a story, a substance, it had so many layers of great storytelling, but now Disney trilogy, it had no story, no substance, no imagination, no creativity. In Episode 8, The Last Jedi, when Rian Johnson came in, he decided to not only kill the character of Luke Skywalker, to destroy all his values, everything that he stood for as a character, everything that we loved, but he also decided to destroy Snoke, which was J.J. Abrams' new Emperor. And so he decided to kill Snoke, and for Episode 9, when J.J. Abrams came back to direct it, Snoke was dead, his new Emperor was gone, so he brought back the original Emperor, and it was so stupid, it was ridiculous. Now there is no imagination, without George there is no imagination, no substance, no mythology. not even now there are no creatures anymore. So even when you look at the new Star Wars TV shows like Obi-Wan Kenobi, for example, there were hardly any creatures or aliens. The only creature there was Obi-Wan's EOP, which was there like the last unicorn. And it looked amazing, by the way, because the technology has progressed now. Now they have all these new amazing technologies like ILM stagecraft, for example, but they make no use of it. Because when there are only humans there, it feels like it's an old western set on planet Earth and not a story set in a galaxy far, far away. Star Wars takes place in a galaxy far, far away. It's filled with so many exotic aliens and strange creatures, and the universe must feel very alive, you know, like every frame must be full of aliens and creatures. It's a fantasy, you know, space fantasy. So now they don't even understand the shape of creatures or aliens, because when they make a new alien or a new creature, it looks so out of place for a Star Wars universe. Even though you have an unlimited potential of what can you make in the creature department, you must follow certain rules established by George Lucas. It's about shape and understanding. You know, a typical Star Wars creature is a Ronto. It looks kind of like a mix between a dinosaur, an elephant and a rhino, or like an Indricotherium, an ancient mammal that lived millions of years ago. So when you look at a Star Wars alien or a Star Wars creature, you must immediately know that that's from Star Wars and no other film. So now they don't even understand that, and now we are stuck with watching Empire forever. We are stuck with watching Rebels forever. We are stuck with watching Stormtroopers forever. Just make it new again, you know, expand your imagination, make something new. Alright, that's all for my first video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you think about how Disney is approaching Star Wars, and I'll see you guys in the next one. May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you.
More to say, have you?
I mean, Star Wars, it's such a shame that I wish George Lucas directed episode 7 100% according to his vision, and then maybe decided to sell it. Because he would set the tone of the new trilogy, he would set the story, and then they would recycle his new vision, which would still be better than to recycle original trilogy.
I agree.
Aye.
Very well, Council Attorney.